Let's talk about one of the most controversial figures in Black America, the raccoon. And I have to preface it like that because for some reason, if I just say the actual word itself, then it will get flagged. I know this because one video I did where I was flat out saying that word all throughout the video, it ended up getting flagged for inappropriate language. Then I had to go and actually mute the word of me, mute me saying the word and edit it in the video just to re-upload it so it wouldn't be flagged. And it's crazy because the word was actually on the screen in some text, but just for the sake of that, I'm saying raccoon. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking. Y'all know why we're here. Now, before we even get started, this isn't about name calling. This is about understanding why this archetype actually exists, what purpose it serves, and why it keeps showing up generation after generation. Because the raccoon isn't just an insult. It's a social role created by oppression and sustained by power. The raccoon exists because the system needs them to. They act as buffers between white power and black truth. Much like I always say, they act as a shield whenever the usual suspects want to get their rocks off when it comes to talking down on black people. People who validate the system that harms their own community. So let's break down 10 reasons why this figure exists and what purpose they serve in maintaining racial hierarchy. The first point is survival programming. From slavery onward, survival often meant proximity to the oppressor because the obedient one, the informant, or the safe Negro meant protection. Over generations, that survival behavior turned into a mindset, one where pleasing white power felt safer than actually challenging it. The second point was reward and punishment systems. America has always rewarded black compliance and punished black resistance. Those who speak softly and say what white audiences want to hear get platforms, careers, and protection. Those who speak truth to power get labeled angry, radical, or divisive. The third point is psychological conditioning. After centuries of oppression, some black people internalize the belief that whiteness equals superiority. This self-hate becomes a psychological wound, one that drives them to distance themselves from their community and mirror the oppressor's worldview. The fourth point is the illusion of individual success. The raccoon often sees themselves as proof that anyone can make it. They confuse personal access with collective progress, failing to see that their success is often allowed precisely because they pose no threat to the system. The fifth point is validation addiction. White approval becomes their drug. Every retweet, every Fox News segment, every white follower feels like confirmation that they've quote unquote made it. What they don't realize is that this validation is conditional. It disappears the moment they stop performing compliance. The sixth point, and this is probably one of the more important out of the 10, economic incentives. Let's be real here. Anti-black rhetoric pays, and it pays handsomely. There's a market for black people who bash black culture, downplay racism, or blame their own community for systemic issues. The system monetizes betrayal and punishes solidarity. The seventh point, social positioning. Some see raccoon behavior as a way to escape black struggle. They believe aligning with whiteness grants them higher social status, that they've somehow risen above their race. But in truth, they've just become a tool of the same system that created that same struggle. The eighth point, fear of isolation. Speaking against white supremacy comes with consequences, career loss, censorship, even physical danger. Some avoid conflict entirely by siding with the oppressor. It's not always loyalty. Sometimes it's fear dressed as pragmatism. The ninth point is media representation. Mainstream media loves a safe black voice, one that scolds their own community, praises America, and denies systemic racism. These figures are elevated to drown out voices that challenge the status quo. The raccoon becomes a PR strategy for white comfort. And my 10th and final point is historical continuation. From the house slave to the tap dancer to the modern day pundit, this archetype has been recycled to serve the same function, maintain the illusion that oppression is a choice, not a system. It's propaganda in human form. So at the end of the day, what is the purpose of the raccoon? Their purpose is to protect the system that benefits from black silence. They serve as a distraction, turning the conversation away from white supremacy and towards self-blame. They make white audiences feel comfortable and black audiences feel disoriented. But here's the truth of the matter. The raccoon didn't create themselves. The system did. It molded them through fear, through reward, and through psychological warfare. So when we see these figures today, instead of just mocking them, and I'm going to be quite honest with you, I might have to continue to mock them just a little bit. I mean, it wouldn't be a triple P if we didn't. I'm just saying. We should also ask, though, on a serious note, who benefits from their existence? Because as long as white power needs black faces to validate its lies, the raccoon will always have a platform. But the moment we stop needing their approval, that platform will crumble. The real revolution isn't even about silencing them necessarily. It's about outgrowing the need for them.